Keep your ass out of the camera.
That's not there. Nobody so far.
Huh?
Nobody so far.
It'll take a minute, dear. You haven't even got a notification on your phone. You gotta wait for like I think the first 60 seconds or so. There's a few that do get notifications just about instantly. Those are normally the ones that are regulars. You said no, you're not coming in here?
No, just pop my head in occasionally.
Okay. Yeah, there's one. Welcome in. Let's track down this day. I'm gonna move some stuff so I can pull some stuff out for display. Ah, babe. Who we got in here? Who do we have in here? We got 3 likes, 2 people. He said, "Hey brother, you're late." Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. My wife, I told her an hour and a half ago to go get drinks, and she waited until the last 15 minutes, so I waited till she got back to go ahead and start doing anything. Because I'm dealing with the kiddies. But nonetheless, the live went pretty smooth today. We're going to break down everything. Let me get a couple more things set up here on why there wasn't a second half, because there was supposed to be a second part today. There was. There's supposed to be a second part today. We were supposed to have 2 lives. One of them also being at the water of us catching fish, whatever. But for y'all to see the catch and cook live. That was one of the main goals that I wanted to achieve, and we did not. However, I'm going to get back out in the next few days or so, if I get the chance. I want to make that happen if possible. But nonetheless, pros and cons of Mammoth Lake. Let's see. The pros is that it's going to be a very good fishing experience for anybody. Go out there, all age groups, don't matter how old you are, how young you are. It's great. Valid excuse, misuse. Yeah. Brother, I'm bushy tail, brother. Right on, Justin. Thank you for. Make sure you double tap if you haven't already, brother. Yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed in the thumbnail photo today of the live. There was only one person that showed up today. Justin wasn't there. He had a hiccup with his parents and his grandmother. My buddy Dalton, who lives a little bit away, he was supposed to show up. He didn't show up. Fish Focus Outdoors. Austin Outdoors. What's up, brother? Welcome in. Welcome to RayRay Outdoors. I ain't got my shirt up right now. We just talking pros and cons of today's fishing trip live stream. It was actually a really good live stream. Caught quite a few fish. And actually caught a few fish at the creek as well, which I wanted to get that going. But what happened was, my wife's phone was not charged very much. Her phone normally is the kiddos' phones while we're out there. And during the time my daughter was raising a fit, she burnt out my wife's battery to her phone. So I had to give up mine. However, here I will go back and I'll show you guys a little finishing product. Come on. There we go. So there's a little bit of it, a couple fillets. Who's out there? For the ones that didn't see what the lake looked like this morning, photo that I took. It was a great morning, honestly. It really was. glass on the water. Really no breeze, no nothing. And then we got James on this fish. James was there this morning. He was the only one that was able to be present. And I think we made the man's day, that's for sure. Here's a picture of him. This is along the creek bank later on that day. We got him one. It was gut hooked, so I felt the right thing to do is just go ahead and do what was best for it to be eaten. So, but we had a blast. My wife caught a couple, or no, she caught one. Yeah, she caught one. So, but yeah, man, I had a good time. But like I said, I had more of an objective to achieve out of all that. And then my short video is not doing the best, but it's because it's 2 minutes and 20 seconds long, which I don't know how it allowed me to do that. I guess it's because I'm pushing so much stuff. But it's literally me catching my first and my second fish within like 2 minutes. What is that? Yeah, I'm done with that. I appreciate that. That was fire. Yum. Smelled so good in the woods. Yeah, bro. Yeah, this morning, it was rough up there at Mammoth for a while because it did get hot. But then once we got down there to the creek, it chilled out. We got the fish cleaned up. We were sitting around. And then Matty Ice Adventures, he pulled up. And I think he got out there on the water a little bit too late because the fishies was just not on his side today. Shorts could be 3 minutes long now. I think what it is it depends on how much view destination you get on your. A lot of people say it's from all kinds of things, but I think it's this matter of how long your view destination is, like how long people are watching your shorts for. And a lot of my shorts get watched. Almost 50% of them get watched completely through, which I think that's pretty good. Really good would be like 85, But yeah, Matt had a rough day at the end of the day. But like I told him, there's so many more days to come. He needs to. He missed out, man. He slept in. He hit the snooze button today, didn't you, Bubble? Hit the snooze button on him. But I understood. You know, he's been doing a lot lately over there with his parents or his mom and helping her getting that place together because it looks great now. Today was a wild day, dude. Because if you guys watched the live stream earlier, it's an hour long, and it's literally the fishing. You guys jump over there, go check it out. It was great this morning, man. Crisis, how much of it did you watch? I know the shorts got at least 2 catches, and me showing 1 fish. So Matt said I'm heading back out tomorrow. I was thinking the same thing, brother, but I was thinking, because it's supposed to snow. I don't know if you've seen the forecast, but I was thinking waiting, man. You know, I know I got my fish trout opener. I got to pack up, get things together. We got to get ready to get moved. And I think once we get over there, we get settled in. Dalton's supposed to bring me a vise. That vise. He didn't come today. Shocker, right? But his car is totaled, and I'm happy for the boy because he got to go catch a fish today. But at the end of the day, I wanna start this business, and like I told him, I'll supply him with some flies and some jigs and stuff, and he's down for it. He's just got to get it to me. Today was just a bad day for him, so. Fish Focus Outdoors. Hello, my friend. Did you find joy in today? Indiana Chris, I did, man. I did. I don't know. I think everybody that fishes understands this feeling, but when you come home and you just barely have any energy, it's like you just got to let it all out at the lake. Pretty much catching 8, 9 fish. Going to the creek, catching a few more. It was fun, man. The creek trout always seem to be bigger. So, speaking of the devil, he's messaging me right now. I'm gonna live, buddy. It's always nice to have. That's why I like Messenger. A lot of people don't like it. I like it for that reason right there. Because you can scroll down, I can hit the arrow right there, and I can hit reply. I don't have to click out of here. I can take care of it. There he is. Oh, it's Anna's in here. Okay, that makes sense. I'm having Anna comment on the account for me. I see that now, Goofy. But he's supposed to come up here soon, like I was saying, and we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get that all figured out. I want to start some jig tying and stuff. I'm gonna play. I want to be able to give everybody a little gift eventually. You know, at least the day ones. Cooking hot dogs in my living room. What the fuck? Heading to bed soon. Hey, Indiana, thank you for jumping in, brother. I hope you're having a great night, man. Best time to fish. Hold on. I watched it all. No shit. Crisis. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It was a good time. It was a good time, but I will say it did get stressful at moments, but we persevered and got through it. And the kids didn't get too stressed out like I thought they would. Mom handled them pretty a-okay. And I mean, could you guys hear me pretty well out there and stuff like that? I haven't even went back. I'm gonna go back and watch it. Now, I'm the weird one to do that, but I mean, I think only good content creators do that because I got a new stand too. It wraps around trees, so the creek stream videos are gonna be cool because I'm gonna get some good shots. And yeah, I might be taking a chance of dropping my phone in the water, but these phones are good. I've dropped them in creeks and let the damn thing hit the bottom. Pull it out and it's still recording. No, they're not waterproof.
I decided to go ahead and turn the air on.
He's cooking the hot dogs on the cooker you gave him. I started. Damn. Is it really raining? Yeah, it's supposed to rain and then it's supposed to turn off snow and fish focused. Huh?
I turned the air on. Cold air on.
Oh, she's quiet, huh? She's quiet. Turned the cold air on. Imagine that. I knew that's what it was earlier. I called it. She's been keeping us in hoodies and sweatpants, guys. My daughter. That's why we're glad we're about to move to this other place where we have to use AC units. But then again, we're like, oh shit, we're in trouble because she's gonna be wanting to be right up underneath the AC unit. I already know it. It's gonna be her home.
Oh yeah.
Why not get a battery pack? Oh, because of the phone situation. Right now, Crisis, we kind of are on a money crunch right now. And then we didn't know that we were moving right away, so we kind of already paid the place that we're at. They're supposed to reimburse us our money, and then they're supposed to also pay for our first month's rent. Which is cool, because we're about to get a decent amount of money back. And they pay for the electricity for the first 2 months. However, in a house that is upstairs, you know this, a house that's upstairs, no central air, using electric AC units is going to run a bill like a motherfucker. Everybody knows that, especially if you ain't cheeky on your lights and keeping stuff unplugged and stuff like that. So it's going to go to a different environment than here. That's what I was going to tell her. Like, we're going to have to cut back on power usage and be smart and be right with it, because if not, once push comes to shove, when they can't pay the electricity no more, we have to take over that responsibility. Told her we will be paying a lot. So our main goal is to push these next few months to get my daughter's disability undergoing, because she got denied when she shouldn't. She's got spinal bifida, she has a hole in her back, and she's got a shunt in her head, which Matty Ice Adventures has that same condition. C-Man, let's go. RayRay's live. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming in, C-Man. Sorry, brother. We're over just going through what's going on throughout the day and chatting with everybody. We got on some fish today, C-Man. You go back and check the morning live out. It's the same photo as this one. This is the pros and cons of that lake and the things today. Pros was great fishing, great company. Even though it was just one guy until Matt got there late. And yeah, I mean, you guys in the chat as well, this morning it was pretty fire. I think I got like 7 subs this morning, Crisis, so I definitely know for sure now, though. You know, a lot of people were not there this morning. There's only a couple that I knew and that was in the chat. Um, but nonetheless, the newcomers coming in, they were flying. Mr. James, how's it going there, brother? How's it going? Just as I told everyone else after this, if you want to see me catching fish live, go to my morning live this morning, and you can see me catching trout live. Or go to just the short. The short's about 2 minutes long, and it shows me catching the first 2 fish of the season. First 2 fish at the tip off. I lost the first one. I drop it in the water. I'm like, I'm gonna lose the first fish of the year. So it's alright. It's alright. We'll get another one. And no sooner than I go to bait my hook back up, my other pole's running. YouTube suggested me to share that video, and it barely has any views, but I don't care. The likes are up, so the likes up on the post is really up. Jit, I'm okay. Jesus Christ, you are one weird creature, James. I'm gonna comment with one account, and then I'm gonna go to the other and comment with that one. Are you sure you're a trucker? You just be trucking around, huh? No. I'm not smoking no joint or nothing, ladies and gentlemen. I am, it's actually a cigarette. I'm out, and I didn't want to go to the store earlier and get them. I forced myself to say no. So I just took the pieces that I had and I put them in a filter, joint paper, and that'll hold me over until tomorrow. I don't need no more. The fit. You know what's crazy, Crisis, in that photo I showed you guys of the fish and stuff? There was so much more than that. We ate so much. Like, we got 10 good, clean fillets. Them fish were nice size, too. They wasn't tiny. I say about 15, 16, maybe 17 the most. It was a good day, man. It was a good day. I as dad, going out there every year doing it like I have been with family and stuff like that. I'm also looking forward to me getting out there and getting to do a regular video on my own. Just the matter of stuff that I have to carry, the amount of things that I got to bulk out there to the water, it can be much, brother. He said my back jumped off a sea cot. ¿Qué pasó, Matt? What was that? 21? It was very delicious. What are we talking about? What is a sea cot? Matt, so we were just talking with James before we dropped him off, and he said thank you very much, you know, even though you guys wasn't very, he was trying to stay in the shade, you know what I mean, and stay over there where it was cooler, but, because when he caught that one fish, he's like, alright, good, that's all I wanted to do was catch me one, you know, it's hot right here, holy shit, and I was like, yeah, it can get warm in some of these spots, especially when the trees haven't bloomed completely. Like I told him, in 2 or 3 weeks, it'll be completely boomed, and it'll be a different environment. It'll be a lot cooler back there, under the shade and stuff. But I also told him about the late night bass fishing, late night catfish, bonfire, stuff like that. And he's down and so ready for that. Like, he don't get me wrong, he was excited for trout opener, and I was too. But at the end of it all, I'm ready to get out there and have one of them nights where we can just sit down. I'm not really casting a whole lot. I'm just tossing shit here and there. Not really too worried about a video, you know. That's why these live streams are so cool. You got so many great people in here that'll come in and interact and hang out and chat it up while you're just chilling. Oh, okay, Matt. He says, stop bragging, Matt. But it was a tiring day. And then, of all things, you know, my car has no stickers, crisis, has no registration, no nothing. Like it's a dead car. We drove that motherfucker today, okay? Because we just got it finally back to running. It's got a brand new motor, brand new starter, brand new alternator, brand new battery, brand new head system, the electronical system. Brand new every fucking thing. It's a chrome motor. Everything else though is not fixed on it yet, like the registration, insurance, all that. We're sitting at the park, and as we pull in, we see this cop. We pay him no mind. We just go ahead and we park. He said outlaw. No, Matt. Fuck. But nonetheless, he sees us pull in. I'm like, I ain't gonna pay him no mind. As we leave, an hour and a half, 2 hours later, he's mysteriously parked right behind my car where my plates are. Now I know he scanned my plates. I know he looked at them. But then he seen us get in the car. He seen a woman driving. He seen 2 kids, an old man, and me with fish. And I think that he just sat there and literally had to really question himself. What kind of person am I, one? And what kind of scene am I about to get from these people if I sit and try to follow them out of here and pull them over? Well, he would have got an ugly one. Because he could have been like, hey, before we got in the car, you guys ain't supposed to be in that vehicle driving it. And it could have been left there. You know what I mean? At that. But so watch us, stalk us, wait for us to get in the car, follow us. Oh, you said outlaw crisis. The rest of the fish I gave to my nephew, he demolished that shit. Did you guys catch something? James said nice fishes. Right on, James, brother. Yeah, it was a good day. It was a very tiring day. As soon as we got back here, kiddos and stuff, we got them in the showers. Got them in their showers, put them back in there. They passed straight out as soon as they got out the bath. Me and Mom took showers. We went in there. We did the same thing. I was asleep until probably 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I got up. I was like, all right, I gotta figure out what we have for dinner. I gotta figure out what we have to drink. We had nothing to drink. Our soda was so hot and so flat from earlier. No, the fish you gave me. Did I give you a fish, man? Oh, okay. What we fried up earlier, the extra fillets. Yeah, y'all saw earlier, I made up like a pack. I had a baggie that had like my son's snacks in it. My son destroyed his snacks while we were out there. We had this little baggie, and I didn't want to let the fish fillets go to waste, There's a few nice fried, crispy fillets. So we broke them into chunks, and I put them in that bag, and Matt took them with him. That's what they were over there munching on. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I caught that one the old man caught. He took it with him, and he got it all cleaned up or whatever, and washed off in the sink. And I told him to just wrap it in a new bag. When he's ready to eat it, stick it in the freezer until he's ready to eat it. Pull it out, let it thaw. Do the baking method. You bake it 5 minutes, take it out, pull the skin off of it, add your seasoning, add your butter, do your stuff to it. The reason you want to take that skin off, it's rubbery. You want to take that shit off, and it comes right off with a fork. If you cook it for 5 minutes, it just like does something, takes that skin right off. You just peel it off with a fork, you pull all the fins out, and then let it bake for about 25 more minutes, 30 minutes. Season that bad boy up, butter the inside, cilantro, whatever you want up on the inside, herbs and stuff, flavors. Wrap it in aluminum foil. Bake it. We got 11 likes so far. We got 3 in the house. 25 minutes. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Curtis is like, you're late, sir. I know. You want to know why I was really late? Because I need to come up with some extra doll hairs whenever I get the chance, and I need to go ahead and just pay for the subscription for my app creating or my picture creating, because I went to go make another one today or just a little bit ago, and it was like, you have reached your limit, which is weird because on my wife's phone she doesn't have a limit. She gets like, I think she can create up to like 15 to 20 images per week or something like that. Me, I can only do 1. And I don't know what she's did talking to ChatGPT, the damn robot, but they hooking her up on her phone. No, she told me that it's probably because she asks it to make a photo, and that she's nicer about it, that she don't just make me this, make me that, because that's kind of how I talk to it. We got 2 in the chat. Is it gonna be a short one tonight? It might be. Just might be. Like I was telling her, it really depleted me whenever I didn't get to make the live stream of us eating and cooking the fish, which, like I said, Matt got to sit there and enjoy some of that fish, and I got some photos of it, but I try not to just, I love the live shit, I do. Christ says ChatGPT is sexiest. Well, brother, that's how you get your thumbnails. You know, if you want fire thumbnails, that's what you go do. What you make sure you do is you take a long photo, and then you take one up and down of whatever you're trying to throw into the description, and just say, will you make me a thumbnail, whether you want it to be cartoon, animated, whatever you want, with whatever description, and then live stream. Roll with the punches. Is Allie in here? Greetings. Where are you from? We are from good old Pennsylvania, man. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. We got a great chat over here. You know, we got a couple great people that are still hanging out with us, which I appreciate you guys very much. We did a live earlier. We did a fishing live. If you're interested in fishing, welcome to RayRay Outdoors. That's what we do over here. Should I have the hat on? Probably should, huh? Probably should. But yeah, welcome to RayRay Outdoors. Muhammad Ali, LOL. Oh, rolled the punches, Ali. Makes sense now. now that I'm on the same page. I'm drained, crisis, bro. I ain't been that tired in a while, bro. So much carrying. Because not only do I carry my fishing bag with all kinds of fucking tackle, all kinds of stuff, my fishing rod, I also have to carry a bag that has probably got about 40 pounds of weight in it. 2 giant propane tanks. It's got a screw on top, cooker, a pot, the fish fry, a decent bottle of vegetable oil, drinks, all that shit's in another bag. Carrying all that, and then also pushing the stroller. So it can be a pretty good workout, especially pushing it through terrain and like rocky ass fucking gravel places. And then once you get back to where the creek was, where we are, there's no gravel. It's all sticks, rocks, and fucking a bunch of shit. So we're not allowed to interact with Americans. That is classic. I'm guessing, are you a Saskatchewan? Are you you Canadian? I'm ready to go put this in the striper's mouth. A striper, not a stripper. Striper. Old man beer jig, man. If I'm not mistaken, I found this. I can't remember. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's a slow night, clearly. It's a slow night. Not very many people on. Onion. Lay your onion. Lay your onion. I wonder where Mr. Steve is. Oh, I know where Steve's at. A good group of people like Steve, Crisis, and a few others. They are over at Crisis's live. Jesus Christ, that's how I know I'm tired. They are over. They are over on Carver's live. Carver goes live at 9, so that gives me a little bit of time to go in there, hang out, conversate, talk to everybody, tell everybody have a good day, and then I turn and I do my live around 9:30. That's why I try to do that. And then normally I notice you do the late live, so I try to get my hour and a half, 2 hours max in, and then that's all you. And like I was telling them over there, because Catfish, he does his early in the morning, which I'm praying for the old Catfish, because right there, look, we mentioned Steve, and he pops in the bubble. But yeah. No, I thought about it. I was like, he's over in Carver's live, if I'm not mistaken. That's for sure. I know that. But no, man, I'm worried about the old cat, man. Yeah, I'm worried about the old cat. He's a great guy, man, and I had visions of fishing beside him one day, hopefully. So I hope you're well, Steve. We did great today on the water. Was you there this morning? I can't recall or remember if he was. We fished Mammoth. The live's up. This is the pros and cons of today's thing, because we were supposed to do 2 lives, so I just decided to wait and do one tonight and talk to you guys about like pros and cons. But nonetheless, it was hold on there. Cheers, Steve. Cheers, since you just came in. Wife's about to come in and confiscate it right away.
I was gonna give it right back. Hi, everybody. Forgive my messy hair.
I'm glad you came straight out the Horton hairs. Ooh.
Well, I took a shower after we went fishing, so.
Look like one of the sneak trees. I was asleep. I did pretty good, Steve. I think within the first couple minutes, I had already caught 2. And then, the guy next to me, he was also a YouTuber. I ain't mentioned that yet to you guys. I'm gonna have to find his video and then I'll share it. I think you can share people's videos or posts, can't you? Hello, Miss Ray. She's in and out. She's always like that. But yeah, man, caught about 8 fish. We got to release 3 safely, and I caught my 5 there at Mammoth, and then we went to the creek. My wife caught one. The old man caught one. She put hers back. I caught another one. I put mine back. And Matt, man, my buddy Matt, he was there. He showed up late. He slept in and he wasn't at the lake this morning, which when normally that happens, once you get to about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, it dissipates. Tina, welcome in, Tina. How's your day going? Thank you this morning. You're a goat, because you were in there. You was like one of the first ones in there. I think you was looking forward to seeing me catch fish. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're my main focus now is because we got snow coming in tomorrow. It's as crazy as it is. It was 80 degrees, 84 degrees today, guys, and it's gonna be snow tomorrow. Um, but we are gonna be slowly packing things away, getting things in boxes, getting things in bags, and one day is gonna be her mom coming here for us to go to the unit, our storage unit. We're gonna pack it full, and then the next day we can move in. So we're just gonna get it packed up, you know, the night before, so that next day we can just go ahead and move everything on in. Not tomorrow, team. Today is the 4th, and the woman that is supposed to be helping us do our paperwork said something about the 7th. So we still got a few days. Packing does suck, crisis. You know what? I'm one of the worst things about packing too, because I'm the type of person to just throw it all the fuck together. My wife, she's the type, she wants it neat and she wants it stacked separately. She wants this to go with that. And I'm just like, I hate moving, dude. I hate moving. I come from a family that lived in Indianapolis all my life, majority of it. And my mom lived in one house for 15, almost 20 years. So it's like, I don't know. Like I try to tell everybody, I don't think it's healthy for kids, like when you have kids like I do, to be jumping place to place, especially when you're trying to find complete structure for them and support systems for them, like in schools and stuff like that. Spencer is the goat. Hey, brother. Welcome in. No. Welcome to RayRay Outdoors, bro. We're just over here talking about the day. If you missed the other live of us catching fish, and that's what you may be interested in, go to the other live from this morning. You won't be disappointed, man. You won't be disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself because I didn't get to catch and cook up. I know some people wanted to see that. Um, Here, I will show this off. I think Tina may have already saw it over on Facebook. Um, show off the fillets again. Show off the fillets. And there's my cutting board that I was telling you guys about that I have. Normally what I use that cutting board for is pretty much a display board for, you know, this. What else can we show you guys? Uh, Man, you really can't see the photo of the water. The sun's over here, like, and that's shining perfectly off of the water, and there's a tree reflection and all that. If you guys want to see that, it's over on Facebook, the full photo. Um, but man, we had a good time, man. There's me and my son. Maybe. There we go. He kind of looked away from me, but whatever works. Oh, view of the creek. View of the creek back there. It kind of has there's a creek that runs this way, and then this creek stream actually runs from the dam of Mammoth Lake where we were fishing. So fish jump over from there, the dam, and make their way this way to this hole, and then they also stock it. They also put fish in this creek itself going this way, um, just as themselves. So this place right here is definitely a loaded spot. I kind of don't have the best way of showing full photo, but I kind of don't want to anyway. This is a nice secluded area. Some of the locals barely even know about it. So the nest was notified. Oh, you're shit, Crisis. Thank you. Hey, Ray, look at the roots of the trees on the bank. The roots on the trees of the bank. Hold on. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Don't need a pole. Don't need a pole. Nope. Let's see what she is talking about here. To the roots. Are you talking about right here? Or are you talking about like up in this corner right here? Usually where trout would be sitting is going to be this direction, where this water's coming down fast. And then it swirls a lot right here because there's another creek running this direction. So it's L-shaped right here, but there's also a creek running from that way as well. So this hole's pretty deep. And where you would want to cast is like somewhere right over in here. And then it would drift and it would come this way. He says, shh, secret. Matt jumping back in telling me to shut up. Saying, bro, don't. Well, they can only kind of see this. And let's just say that has moved or changed probably. How many times, Matt? It's looked different. I think just about every single year we've gone down there. So people are liking the backdrop. So we're just going to leave a backdrop in. How about it? No bumps, Kasha. Pumped. I had a good day, y'all. I had a pretty good day. We didn't get that second part in so we could get the, catch and cook live in, but hey, it was a good day, all in all. I caught my limit, as usual. Matt knows that I don't really have much of a problem with doing that up there at that lake, especially with what the weather was, because the night before, it was raining. It was raining, but when you went out there, it was really warm, and I was like, oh man, I already knew what was coming. That rain just got them fish fired up for the morning time. Sun broke, the rain dissipated because it was raining this morning as well. It was raining pretty good actually. It stopped, sun came out, we was on it, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, he knows technology things. I was picking up a mask here. He said he knows technology things. It's nice you caught your limit quick. Yeah, man, you know what's crazy, Steve? The dude next to me actually is another YouTuber. I'll have to mention his post because he'll probably get a good video out. He's got some really cool cameras sitting all around him and stuff. And we've talked and chatted, times before. He knows my page and he knows about my stuff. He's actually a subscriber. Really cool guy. A lot of people, man, that I seen walking back and forth were eyeballing him, and that's how I noticed who he was again, because he changed his look this year, a little bit different. He's not as vibrant, having all the bright colors on. He has all black on. So I was just like, oh, okay, that's who that is. I couldn't really tell. Sunglasses on. Went down there, cut it up with him for a minute, and we got to laughing about some dudes walking by talking shit because we both had cameras and stuff set up, and I'm sitting there chatting with the chat and everything. I don't know, man. I feel like the neighbors where I fish, I always communicate with the people beside me, so there's always the chance that people see my shirt and they go search me up. Because you type in RayRay Outdoors, I'm the first one that pops up. So Bigfoot, what? I have to take care of my family, but I like that I'm leaving this on. See y'all soon. I appreciate you, B. That's awesome. Crisis, I love you, Bubble. Is Rob's chest sore? What happened to Rob? What happened to Rob? This picture, though, little buzz bait action going across the water right here. So stupid. I need a string. And then I can take it right across, just... A hook with a string. He said you're the first on my mind. Don't say that, Crisis. Don't say that. Seriously though, all bullshit aside, when it comes to my YouTubing stuff, when I swipe down or any of that, and I see YouTube, that you definitely are one of the first people that I think about. I do have a lot of people that I watch. YouTube's my best friend. All my fishing people on there from all over America, from High Adventures to Bass and Trout to Northwest Fishing Secrets to, there's so many out there. That's why my variety of YouTubing is kind of small. The margin of it's very little.
Tito, I not to ASMR.
He said, I want to hang out with you and Rob so badly. Man, we're going to get it happening. And we'll probably be along this stretch right here. I can't lie to you because it's one of the main places we go to when we try to take people for that one time. You know what I mean?
Double tap, double cap title. What bait works best today?
So, best bait out there was the bait that I knew was going to strike them down dead. Rainbow garlic power beam. I tried my first two fish. So the one that I had reeled in on the right, that one was nightcrawler and marshmallow. So for our first fish hookup was on nightcrawler and marshmallow. A lot of people were like, "You just say a marshmallow?" Yes, a marshmallow, and it works. It works every year. You can ask Matty Ice Adventures. He don't know how. He don't know where. And I came up with the idea, but I thought about it, and I was like, this has got to work. And it has, and it always does. But it only works for that one fish usually. Usually it only works for that one fish because I don't know if you guys watched the live, but the rest of the live, that right side of that rod didn't get much action. Didn't get much action at all. So, power bait, man. Garlic rainbow, man.
Tito, how's this?
We need 50 likes. Yeah, that'd be what's up. That's what's up. That'd be awesome. Double tap that screen if you're just coming in. Should we change the view? Should we change the view? My rod's hanging to the left. Always. Oh. Talking about right here. That's what this is too. That's to set your rod in. This little rod stand. I got those in my backpack. Take them everywhere. Man, I need to cheers. I need to cheers my man Steve. My man Matty Ice. Cheers, brothers. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are awesome, man. Like I said, I know you guys didn't get to see the live, but not all of them are going to be early like that. Don't ever think that every live's going to be early like that, because my normal time to be on the water is afternoon. I'd much prefer afternoon. However, it's always nice to change it up. Do something really early. Get up, go get you guys something to eat, and get to the lake, hang out with a good crew. Leave from there, go to another stream, fry up your lunch, and then go home and take a fat ass nap. Cheers. Am I fishing tomorrow? I am not fishing tomorrow. No, I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is, since we can't have Easter, it's going to be raining, it's going to be snowing. I think out of love for my kiddos, we're going to find some Easter movies. Y'all got any ideas for like Easter movies? Get some Easter movies, sit back, make some snacks, watch TV. Because we're about to get to be moving a lot, so. I know I hate moving my kids because I feel like moving around so much, it kind of like leaves you stuck in the moment because you're questioning, you know, and I don't want to do my kids like that. Yeah, great day to relax, like Steve said. I think that's going to be the best bet for tomorrow. He said, you're such a family man. I try to be, Crisis. You know why, man? Because I didn't have it. Didn't have it. So, I told myself every day, no matter what my outcome of my life was, even though I didn't become the fancy sports player and all that shit, I may be a fisherman, sitting here with my hat, supporting other people's stuff, getting other people to support me. I was like, so be it. You know, I will ride the wheels until these motherfuckers fall off, and I'll be happy doing it. Yeah, bro. And when somebody don't have their parents, you know, and you can have a parent, you can be living with them, but that don't mean you have them. You know, they need a lot of parents. They mess up by not being there mentally and emotionally for their kid, and you know, all I want to do is not cause trauma on my son. You know, but then again, I do want him to learn. I want him to know discipline. I want him to be respectful. Yes, ma'am. No, no, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. And I don't know. And why is because we don't have that no more. We don't have that no more. We don't see people my age saying have a blessed day to people. I had an old woman up at the plaza about a week ago. I walked her out of the store and held the door open for Matt at the dollar store, and I don't think she thought that I could hear her, but she's walking with another elderly woman, and I held the door. They said thank you. I said you have a blessed day, and the other woman behind her said, oh, you too, and I let the door go. I start walking off, and you hear her say, did he just really say what I think he said? And the other woman was like, yeah, that was kind of odd. Normally people or kids his age don't say that kind of thing. And that kind of broke my heart a little bit. Because it's like, no, my folks, my family raised me different. Ray's a great man, a great dad. This man has come so far. I'm so proud of him. I'm proud to have him as my brother and best friend. You too, brother, and just know I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you, I ain't disappointed, none of that, because I know you need your rest. You need a rest, brother. More than anything, especially when you overdo your body. You can't be a yes man. You need to be a critical and honest. I try as hard as I can there, brother. I do. Wait, Maddie, y'all are best friends. Fuck. Yeah, bro. Christ, that's my right hand man. That's his rod. You said that's my rod? No, technically that was actually his rod. This was my rod holder. But yeah, man. He said, I'm not even jealous, Maddie. we love you, Christ. You're shit, dude. You really are. You guys help time fly by? Time's already done scooted on by it, so maybe we'll get a few more in here before that hour and 30 mark. That's what I like to push for. I really do. I don't know what it is about that, but about an hour and 30 minutes seems about just right. You get enough out, you get to talk to some people, you have a good time. And it don't allow you to get so deep into it to where eventually you're getting built up over it. I think my man Crisis deals with that sometimes. And like I told my wife, you know, because I watch so many people, she asks me why I watch so many different content creators from different platforms, different things, different stuff all over the place on YouTube. It's because I'm a sponge right now. I'm absorbing everything and every little situation that I see in these live streams, in these videos that I watch, all of that stuff. And then I take it to myself and do what I need to do to make myself a better or good YouTube content creator, you know? You probably couldn't see it, but still. Hold up. Yes, Crisis, Steve. Yes, Steve, in fact, you're hot. Steve is hot. I love it. Is that a Howie Mandel photo, Steve? I think it is, but either way, I will forever think that Steve looks like Howie Mandel. Nice knee, man. You see my knee? No, what'd you do to your knee, Bob? Did you send me a photo, Matt? Allie in the house. Welcome in, Allie. Having kids makes you realize you have to be a better person. Absolutely, verbally discipline your kids all you want, but they are wrong to copy your behavior. Exactly, and that's why I'm the type as well. Like, you know I smoke, but there's two places for me to smoke. It's either away from them in the bathroom, door shut, ain't going, and when I'm done, normally I clean up all my ashes or whatever that I have here or that fell in the sink, and I take it outside, put it back on the porch, or normally I'm on the porch. I I don't know. There's some people that would just be in there sitting there smoking. I'm not one of those people. Same with my pen. My pen, it stays away. It just, I don't know. There's things that you have around. There's things that you don't have around.
Matty, you're a great guy. How's your living situation, brother?
Manny's living situation is, I think, somewhere level. It's not. It doesn't have a lot of support, you know, and I think that's because of the people that is in and around his family. His mom's a really global, lovable person, so I don't want to talk too much about her, but she's a really loving person, and she's easy to, like, I feel like, let people get over on her. I think a lot of women are that way, and I just think some of the men that do that to women are scumbags. But, you know, and Matt, he's just a good son. He just hates to see his mom and them kind of outcomes. So
Can't complain. I'm still living, man.
how can he improve his living situation? Well, see, here's the thing. Matt don't like to live alone. Matt's had an apartment. He's been there. He's done that a few times. Ain't we right, Matt? Let's just be square. Matt needs somebody, man. You know, he's not somebody that can just be, I feel like, by himself, because it gets to him mentally. And I can relate to him on that, you know. For a while, when I was by myself for about almost a year, I almost drove myself insane. I drove myself insane enough to be like, you know what, I don't want to be in this state no more. I literally uprooted myself and left.
Are you disabled? Can you work?
He can work, but he is disabled. He's got one leg, brother. He's got from his, about right here down, he has titanium. Titanium. He will beat the shit out of somebody with his leg. And he's threatening it to motherfuckers. I love Matt. Yeah, I'm gonna have my guns for self-defense, Cash. That's why I'm in the woods. You see this? You see these? We like to bear arms out here. We like to take fucking 30-06s and 357 Magnums and take one of these here trees and buckle it down, son. Ain't that right there, fucking Matt? That's what. Pretty much, this is Matt's playground. Like, he's lived this area. This is where Matt bleeds and shits. Like, I'm not kidding you. I mean, I've literally been around him while he bleeds out here, you know. So yeah, I can say that. Like, this is Matt's playground. He introduced me to these waters. Introduced me to pretty much every spot that I know along this creek. Done, Kasha. Park. Are you driving, Crisis? Look, see, I didn't get a 2-liter tonight, guys. Is that an upgrade? I honestly think this is a downfall. This stuff is so carbonated, it's bad. Like, it's not like regular soda. I know a lot of people are like, oh, soda. But this shit right here, I think that was the birth to my addiction, because we would grab just something to drink from the gas station, you know, where I lived in Indianapolis in the hood. And the gas station was your best friend. Half the time they'd give us the damn drinks. Crisis, no, my leg is my rod holder for my adult beverages. He ain't lying either. He's taking photos like that. He's dead serious. Like, fucking fishing rod propped up on the fucking leg while it's just chilling. While he's sitting back on the ground chilling, drinking a cold. I love Matt, man. I love Matt. It's my boy. That man has, look, during a time where my son was in the hospital, okay, where my son was going through a lot crisis, Cash, everybody that's in here, Steve, I was in a really depressed state of mind. This place right here saved my life, pretty much. Here, I'm gonna take this off because it's glitching. But that place pretty much saved my life. And Matt. If it wasn't for Matt in that place, I think I would have. I've been contemplating a lot of things back then. It was rough. My son was in the hospital. He had 2 open heart surgeries as he was born. Like, it came out and he had to have them. Months and months and months of hospital time. Not much time to think or feel any kind of good energy, I guess. It was bad, and he was the only one that helped me through it, man. I can't even lie. Like, I had no family, I had no friends like that. He was the only one, and we would stay down there at them woods, man, and we would camp. There would be a fire pit. I'd hang my hammock. Matt would sit there and lay on the damn ground next to the fire, pass out. That's the type of shit we're on, man. We're that tight. That's my boy. No wonder you're so passionate, Ray. Yeah, man. And that's another thing I've always talked about with Matt. My goal one day was to start a program or something for like the disabled people and stuff, and put them on fish and take them to locations where it's easier accessible to fish. And Mammoth has that. Matt could probably even be fishing at the docks for the handicapped, but it gets fucking packed on them docks. I can't say, at least on the opener. So I would obviously set them guys up on days where it's not going to be cram packed on them docks for them, but
I really want to turn the heat off or the air off, but
why don't you come in here? It's pretty warm. But close that because I can feel it.
But he's out roaming now.
Oh.
Yeah.
What time is it?
I just took him out.
Oh. Turn it off for a minute. Should be alright. Turn it off. She's in there freezing to death. My daughter's freezing her out. Maddie, how many subs do you have? I don't know how many exactly. Yeah, he said 12. Yeah. We need to get Maddie's subs up, guys, for sure, because I want him to start being able to go live streaming as well. He does a lot more biking and stuff like that along the wild Pennsylvania trails. I'm trying to tell Crisis about the biking here, bro, because he bikes hard. Now, we wouldn't be able to keep up with this man because he likes to fucking get it, but I think if he just came here to fuck off and ride with us, he'd be cool with that too. But and yeah, I need to get me one. That's one thing for sure I'm working on. I know I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna get me an e-bike, but that's because I'll probably use it to travel a good distance, and that way I can still fish and be mobile. Huh. Benjamin Frankie.
You can feel it just when I open up the door. How warm it is in there. Your daughter is the ice queen.
You know what's funny? When I first got with her, moved in with her and her mom, they were the ice queens. The house would be frigid cold. They were always talking about how they were so used to it being freezing cold like that. Mac and vouch. Yeah, man, that's what I've been preaching to my brother Matt, man. He goes through a lot, Crisis, and even though he goes through stuff there at home or dealing with other people, I try to tell him, he does have people who care about him that do need him around. He's got a niece and nephew that would love to probably be around him when he gets a lot older. And I think every time I tell him that, it helps him just a little bit more, Be like, all right, I can still get out here. Because there was a day where it was nice as hell out. I hit him up and he was in a bad state of mind. And I was like, what are you doing? He's just like, fuck today, I'm bored, and I just ain't right now, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, well, listen, try to get yourself out that stink. Try to get yourself out that stink, because I said, the Matt that I know normally would be juiced up right now on the bike riding around because it's nice outside. Even if it was raining, Matt's usually out there. So it was a foot infection, Steve. You guys need each other. I love that. One solid friend is all you need sometimes. Yeah, Cash, I got a couple. And the couple that I have are Dalton, Justin, Matt, and James. James is an old man. He's deaf. We got him to catch a fish today, so we can graduate. We got that. That's who I showed you guys a picture of. We got him to catch his own fish today. It was pretty cool. I casted it out there, obviously. I didn't want him to put it in no trees out there where we were in that spot. And I set it in the rod holder. He sat down next to it. I walked away, and I think it was probably about 3 minutes. And he was woof. Had him one on, and I had to go down there with the net. I'm taking applications for a friend and girlfriend. Well, you already know I'm your friend. Versus. Like top friend, bro. Top supporter. Supreme supporter. That's what I should be. I should be supreme supporter right now. Like, no cap. Like, cause I love your page, man. And sometimes, like today, whenever you were like, hey, don't kick nobody out. It's hard, dog. Some of the stuff so hard. And I know the trolls, the interactions, the stuff like that, but you also want to bring a good viewing, you know what I mean? Because then it's going to be very hard to figure out the trolls. Especially in like the Discord. I asked him what is the best life advice, and he said make sure you guys has a solid friend and a friend group. Yeah, I try to be, bro. And I don't ever try to tell nobody what to do. That's not me. I don't tell nobody what to do. I just try to give advice and try to be a leading, like he said, a leading friend. Hold on. Hi, happy to be a friend, yo. What's up, leading, healing? We're just gonna call you Cheering. What's up, Cheering? Jesus, that is a name. Pink Cheering, since that's your color, your picture as well. Welcome to RayRay Outdoors, where we're just sitting here conversating, hanging out, talking about what happened today. Talking about a little bit of everything. My friend in here, actually. Let's hold this. Okay. We are kicking everyone out tonight, RayRay. Security in the house. Who was it? Okay. Who did we have to kick out? Did we have to kick somebody out? If there's any scumbags, is that what you're saying? She's saying if there's any scums, we're getting them out. Matt said, who's the first one? I'll pluck them right now. I've been holding this gaff for a minute now. I'm Batman. Oh, everyone in your lives, Crisis. Now, whatever Crisis says about his lives and he wants done in his lives gets done in his lives. You know what I mean? If he gets on there and he's like, no, I want nobody pulling nobody out. Hey, I support that. You know, yeah, because if he wants to just run the views up and get a bunch of people in there right now, some girl just asked me to sit next to her while I'm waiting for my chicken pasta. Chicken pasta! What you gotta do is take that chicken pasta and go like this with it and tell me what noise it makes, okay? And then you go from there. So stupid. Touch your jugs. Christ is trying to make me jealous again. Did it work? I love y'all, man. Who was it the other day that was in here? Was it Ari? You guys had that girl guessing like crazy, bro. It's driving her insane, I think. I get even. Hey. Yeah, it's not how a lot of women are. I can't even lie. A lot of women are like that. That's why you can't do a woman wrong. A real woman you can't do wrong. You do her wrong, you good luck. You probably done lost her. That's just how it is. A good woman is not going to allow you to do wrong. And I think that's why my wife loves me and is with me, because I treat her with respect despite our disputes and our disagreements and stuff like that. We've always supported each other. We've always grew from whatever things try to slow us down. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people suffer under pressure and it get worse and falls out. But it's all what you do with it. Facts, RayRay. Guess we have something special. Crisis, you are special. We're all special. What show is that? Fuck. We're all special. So who's seen the new Scream movie, man? Anybody else seen the new Scream? It aggravated me. It aggravated me. Crisis, man, it's hard, dog. The one that I'm with kind of just fell in my lap. Like, literally, it happened throughout my life. I was actually with somebody at the time when I met her. All kinds of stuff. And shit just transitions, bro. And one thing happens after another. And before you know it, you're like, what it took me to find somebody that truly, honestly loved me and wanted me for me and who I am, as long as I loved her and treated her with respect and loved her passionately. You know, that's when a woman eventually stopped looking around and being wrong. Like if she was to come in here and tell me I needed to get off, I'm getting off. You know, I wouldn't argue with her, no disagreement, and go in there and figure out what's going to make her feel a little bit better. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Crisis, you're killing. Crisis will, dog. Crisis will have you dying, especially in his life. He's going live tonight, Matt. Make sure your phone's plugged in. You're in for a fucking treat, dog, if you hang around long enough. And see, Crisis be serious in his pages. You know, that's also why I always came in and be taking your shit serious too, bub, because I don't know. You seem to have that passionate voice when you're in there, and if you stay, I don't know, you got that presidential talking. I'm telling you, bro, I know everybody's like, oh, you needed to go be an actor. He could be an actor. He looks like this actor. He looks like that. Go do a acting role of some kind of president where you gotta squint your face a little bit and be genuine. Bro, and I'm telling you, just like your voice don't do no extra crack, bro, I'm telling you right now, they're gonna sign you in. You're gonna get signed in. That's gonna be your ticket to get in the door. That audition. He said, thanks, Faye. Hey, I'm serious, dog. I could see it. I know everybody was talking about it for a long while. Every time we see some new people come in, that's what they're talking about. Yeah, he commands the crown for sure. If I become famous, well, you will be my posse. Definitely be. I'm gonna be a little bit on the east side, but I'm out here. I'm a crow. I'm a crow for life. Crow for life.
thousands of dollars for everyone. We will be your real life security.
I already am. That's what I was saying. That's what I was actually telling her. I was like, I'm literally, when I was first coming in and you only had Win, me, and somebody else. There was only 3 of us. Um, I started really taking care of it and stuff, and I was locking it down.
But then a few new people came in. What was it, catfish or hillbilly? It was hillbilly. And then there was a couple prior where you had to take a couple of their things. My favorite Bible verse is John 14:2-7. What is the one that I referred to? Crisis, I came in. No, it wasn't yours. I went into somebody's live that was talking about fuck. The Bible verse I know is the one where they talk about the Euphrates River drying up, and that there's demons below it, fallen angels that God sent here to emerge from it whenever it dries up to slaughter 1 or 2/3 of mankind or some shit like that.
Cash just said I know it. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's a part of the Bible where they're talking about stuff that they think that happened back in the day, but kind of freaking scary. If you ask me, especially when right now, go look up the Euphrates River. It's dried up, and you can't say that. If it is real history that they've written in them books, then history always has to be rewritten eventually, which is scary. Especially what's going on today up in the skies. We ain't gonna talk about it, but it's kind of weird. Y'all see what China made? Have y'all seen what China made? Go look it up. A artificial moon or artificial sun, which I don't understand why you would do that. It's literally a giant sun goes in the sky. It's a real thing. I can, but I don't want to. I mean, you can do what you want to do, you know. Leave, Madeline. You don't deserve Ray's greatness. You know, man, listen. Everybody's got a chance, but, you know, when the blue names speak to you, these are dedicated people in here, Brent. They'll get you out of here. You won't tap the screen. I think he did, actually. I appreciate that. Or she. We're going to call it it. Madeline is a smooth brain. Because Madeline has an agenda. That's great. My kid is in there being a monkey climbing around. I hear him. Probably go to the hour and 30-minute mark, like I was saying. Ha 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 ha. Madsen, you're dying. Not here for Ray. He's to spread a message for the false god. I don't know. Is that what that script was? Something about a false god or something? Who went and looked it up? I'm God, Madeline. Bow to me. I will save your soul. Feed me your soul, Madeline. I'll speak on religion. Is it Easter? Is it midnight? It's not midnight here. Is it Easter there though? It is Easter there. So if it is, happy Easter. Hold on.
Kiddos got the Easter baskets, and they got one of these big guys too. I wonder if we could get some viewers coming in, sitting here playing with this thing in the beginning of a live. That's kind of the key. Like, there's so many people out here that do the stupidest shit. Stupidest shit. So cute. I would have threw up on this as a kid if my mom got this for me. I ain't gonna lie. But, you know what? I'm happy with it. My kids are happy with it. That's what matters. So, my kids are different than I was when I grew up, man. Great cartoon. Never seen you troll prices at all. RayRay Monday, we're linking up. I got you gas money and we're going shopping. Okay. Okay. What is today? Saturday? So Monday, 2 days from now? Okay. We'll see what's going on. Ray is adorable. No, Crisis is. I'm gonna hang with Ray and Matt. Well, you're always welcome, brother. You pretty much done seen it all.
So can I give it to him then?
No. We'll give it to him when we get to the park or something. Whenever we do the Easter egg hunt. And I also wanted to see if we can get some dye. See if your mom will get some dye tomorrow, and then we'll get eggs too. And then you do the little dye thing like we did last year with him. I want to hang with my Ray. Stop crushing. Your kids have a wonderful morning. They're so lucky though. Love anything. Crisis is from California, man. Matt, believe it or not, Crisis has offered us jobs, man, but I would have to travel, and that would, obviously, you know how my traveling goes. I'm surprised the kids with big baskets today stole my shine, but it's okay, none of those are grandbabies. Yeah, sometimes you gotta let grandma win on the Easter. But I beat my kids' grandma to it this year. I'll buy a plane, call it a crow. That'd be awesome. And a black jet, bro. It'd be crazy. Facts, Matt, facts. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for coming in this late night live. Thanks, guys. No, Cash, seriously, man. Always uplift yourself as a mom. Always. I don't know if you've dealt with postpartum or what you've dealt with, but this one in here, she definitely went through some phases and stuff, and it's not easy as a mother. I give women more credit due to the fact of what they go through and what I've seen growing up with my mom with no man. Really didn't have much guidance other than Grandpa. He was a hillbilly that liked to get messed up all the time, and pretty much, I don't know. He's not mean, but he would pop pills, do drugs, drink liquor, all at once. I picked up the good things from him, fishing, driving. I don't know how to be an entrepreneur the right way, whether it's like bait or merch or whatever, you know. I don't know. I wanted to be the good aspect out of my family, so I just keep pushing for that. And cash it out when you start on you. He said it'll happen, Maddie. I manifest everything. That's his name, man. That's his name. Show up on live tonight in 1 hour. We will get you subs. Yeah, Matt. He's not lying, dog. Like, you need to go hang out in the live over there. Him. I want to say Carver and Catfish too, but they got a very small. They got a large page. They got like 10K, 15K subscribers over the last. I don't know how many years they've been going. I haven't asked them. I don't think. But they have a small viewing that comes back regularly, every day, every video, every live. You know what I'm saying? And they're kind of consistent, like I am, whenever I get to doing it. So. I don't know. Back when I was making videos, I was trying to make videos every other week. It was so fun. But then, like I said, once you start doing so much, you want to take breaks in between because it can get exhausting. My ex didn't see me as a good mom. Sadly, we do disagree on parenting a lot. You know, me and her disagree on parenting a lot too. She's the type to be the let's just. I don't know how do I put this. She's the type to let's not discipline, just tell him no, make him listen. And I'm the type to, if you do something bad enough, I'm gonna pat your hand, I'm gonna pat your ass, you know, pat your diaper, I'm gonna hurt your feelings a little bit. But you're gonna learn. He's already getting to where he's disrespecting mom, telling her no, and I don't know. You know, it's one thing to discipline your children. Beating the shit out of them is another. Don't beat the shit out of your kids. If you beat the shit out of your kids, then yeah, no. Hey, Noon, Neon, tap in. Double tap that screen if you wouldn't mind. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get to 20 before that hour and 30-minute mark, but that's 3 minutes away, so we'll see. I think they may have, if I'm not mistaken, Crisis. Apparently that Matt, appreciate that, Maddie. Gosh, that's amazing. Her ex is a scumbag who's gonna get his ass whooping. He's gonna get an ass whooping. Yeah, and usually, you know, you don't even end up having to fight somebody like that. Usually, higher powers take care of it for you eventually. I learned that a few times already as I gotten older. Instead of fighting and arguing and bickering and battling, just walk away, leave them alone, leave them be. Karma and life will get them. Keep up the amazing parenting. Keep doing what you're doing. Give me his address. I got time. I fly my boys out. We'll get the crows together. Come on! Come on! Come on! Man, today was a good day, though. It was a good day. Tiring. Yo, Matt was really tired. You can see it in his eyes when he got there. He was like, dog, I was slumped. You're good, brother. I already know how it is when you get to finally rest in. It was that rain, man. That rain probably put you down. I was fighting it. I think I got maybe a couple hours, maybe 3 hours of sleep last night. Some nights I don't get much sleep, man. It sucks. That's also why I'm like, you know what? I'm already up, so I might as well utilize my time. Utilize my time. That's the one thing a lot of people take advantage of. They don't utilize their time. That's why I tell and try to get and inspire people like us over here on these YouTube platforms and stuff. Get out, go do stuff, or come hang out here. Come get an adventure here. Like I invited Catfish and them down there. I was like, hey, why don't you guys come here, man? You know, I got some good trout fishing and stuff like that. We got trout opener and everything. I try to invite people. You know, it'd be nice to get a good group together on those trout openers, opening trout season. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of people
music playing, people just laughing, having fun, kids having blasts, and it's just awesome, to see and just witness, or fish and catch and have a fun time. But nonetheless, I've done it over the last few years, and it's just I got my regulars that go. Why would make me feel this way? I'm talking to myself, but that's really cute. Cash, I'm sorry. What did you say? I will scroll back. Drinks kicking in, LOL. Coffee in the morning, right? I don't know. I have no coffee. So that's been my problem too. My mind was real fuzzy this morning, getting up at 5:30 in the morning. It sucked. It really sucked. And then even with a nap, I feel freaking. Coffee does a lot. A lot of people are like, coffee don't do nothing to me. I really don't though, LOL. Yeah, Cash, you're more than welcome to come too. My wife will love for you to come. I'm almost positive she would want somebody to come hang out with while I'm fishing. She don't have friends like that. And why? Because it's hard to find positive friends that aren't just, sorry, but hoes, sluts, talking. Don't get me wrong, you want to talk about your man to my wife, whatever. She's sitting there bragging about me, whatever. That's woman talk. Agging on like, oh, I'm going to the club, I'm hanging out with these dudes, you're more than welcome to come with me. Shit like that, no. That's weird shit. I try to lead her down the right path. She was around a lot of bad people in her past, and I think she misjudged and overloved. And she's a really loving, passionate person. She's not the type to be like, oh, I'm gonna give you just a piece of my attention or a piece of my love. No, she gives me all of her attention, all of her love. So, and I'm the same way. Can Matt kiss me? Jesus Christ. Matt, what is going on, man? What is going on? My man done twinged the nerve in the old. I love fishing and sports because it was the only way I could hang with my dad, and we could hang, girl talk and throw line in even better. Yeah, she caught one today. She was even asking me to catch another, but the problem is with trout, man, they're so quick, and if you're not on it, I was on it today about 3 times, where I was able to put fish back, get them in their lip. You get them in the lip, pop it out, send them on their way, good to go. When you gotta grab them, you gotta hold them, you gotta reach down in their mouth and rip it out of their gill plate or in their throat, that fish is already done. You can try to throw him back. I did that today actually in the live. You guys can go back and see. He did not survive. He swam back to the bank floating on belly. So I stepped in and scooped him back up, and we went ahead and kept him. So sometimes that happens. You can ask Matt, man. You can pick these trout up out of the waters if you got your net wet and you're grabbing it with a bare dry hand. You'll rub the slime off that fish. You'll kill that fish just by doing that. You need to make sure your hand gets wet. You guys notice anytime I go to touch one of them fish, when I had it scooped in the net, I tap my hand on the water and then I handle it. Do you slow release? You can slow release. It depends on where they come from, Cash. If you're catching them out of a lake, you kind of want to do slow release. I've seen people just throw them in there and they splatter out, and just take off. But that didn't happen today when I threw that one in. I probably should have tried a slower release. But he was also throat hooked, which, like I said, there's times where you can get the bigger ones, get it out of their mouth or whatever, and then not affect them too much. But you don't want to really touch their gills too much unless you're keeping them, because that too, you rub the slime off their gills, it instantly starts messing with them. Matt actually can get down on some fish. Steve, yes, we've caught a ton of turtles. That's coming soon, y'all. you guys stay tuned for that. We will be doing late night lives around a campfire at a pond. There's catfish, there's bass, but there's also massive. Are they alligator snappers, Matt, or are they just snapping turtles? They're big. They get about as big around as a damn tiger, man. It's ridiculous. Yes, Crisis. We've actually talked about that. What sucks is I had to look up rules and regulations here on turtles because we were thinking about going in there, pulling them out, taking 22 out there and just pow pow. Take them, chop them up into chunks, and go spread it out throughout the woods and feed it to the wilderness. That way it's not going to waste. There's coyotes and stuff all along back in there, foxes and stuff of that nature that I'm sure would love that food. And that way they will stop eating all the damn fish. They eat a lot of fish. I'm not lying to you. I'm a pro at removing hooks. You won't want to remove no hook out of no snapping turtle, Cash. You want to just cut the line. Cut the line and shoot that motherfucker dead. It's turtle nasty. So my grandfather told me there's like 8 or 9 meats. Might be 7. I can't remember for sure. Different types of meats inside of a turtle. And you can make it into a stew. A lot of people, they try to utilize the most out of the turtle, so when they take all the meat off and everything and they go to cook it, they also scrape the shell and they try to keep the shell as something as like a bowl, or you can turn it into like a water catcher for birds. Turtle soup. Yep, that's what my grandpa used to say that he'd eat. It's 7 to 9 meats or something like that, and they can get up to 100 pounds. Oh, them turtles. Yeah. They get big, man. What's crazy is I found some baby ones down there one time. They were hatching, coming out the side of a hill. And I took them home. We raised them for probably about 2 months. But man, the amount of times that you got to clean the tank, the amount of times that you got to go find food for them, it was, I was like, nope. Back to the creek you go. I don't know if turtle soup's good though. I can't reckon if I've eaten it. I know I've eaten rabbit biscuits and dumplings. That shit's gas. Rabbit meat. I'm catching a good boy this year and making some dough. Yeah, man. Dalton, I'll send you a picture after this live, which I should be ending it up right here. But I'll send you a picture after this live that Dalton caught. Proud of him, man, because you know he's going through a lot right now. Him and his girl's been headbutting it a lot, and it caused for his mom to not invite him for Easter dinner. They did it without him today. Didn't even bother to tell him. Fucked him all up. He called me crying. So that's what that one's in there doing right now too, my kiddo. So hey y'all, I love y'all. You guys have a good night. I'll be over in the live here shortly. Crisis, whenever you go, doing the best as my modifications as possible. You already know. Matt, charge your phone. Be sure to be in Crisis' live. You have a blue name, so you can click on people's names in here, and you can go subscribe to their page. Pretty easy compared to others. I know that because that's how it is for me in other lives. I'm not mods in some lives. But I love y'all. I love each and every one of y'all. No coffee live in the morning. Be looking for maybe a late night live tomorrow. We'll just kick it and chat. Maybe I'll even cook or something. We'll figure it out. Till next time, y'all. I love y'all. Fish on.